Hey everyone, and welcome to Hooping Live. My name is Audrey, and this is a Monday night show at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, all about hoop dance and the hooping lifestyle. So if you are a hooper or just a passerby, this is a great place to learn all about hoop dance and whatnot. Hold on, my computer is just a mess right now. So yes, if you guys have not seen hoop dance before, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick demo. And if you are a hoop dancer and you see something that I do in the demo that you want to learn, just comment down below like you would on any YouTube video, and I'll try to talk you through it. If you are working on something in your own personal practice or just have a question in general, you can also post those comments down below. And since this is a live show, I will just reply to you and we can have a little conversation. So don't feel shy, comment away. And I'll do a quick demo for you guys. And for those of you that were really wanting us to get real music during this, we've gotten a bunch of awesome emails of people sending us copyright-free music, which is great. So I'm going to open that up to you guys as well. If you have any friends that are DJs or anything that have really great music, send it to info@hoopinglive.com, and we can try to get some music on the show and help promote all sorts of artists. All right, let me adjust you guys. Oh, and now I'm headless. You don't want that. There we go. All right. Okay, we'll stop there. All right, so now that we are demoed up, that felt really good. That's the first time I hooped today. I think I said it last week too. Mondays are kind of hard for me to hoop during the day, so that was the first time I got to hoop today, and that felt really good. So yeah, now my hair's a mess. If you saw anything that I did that you want to learn, just like I said, post down below, and I will do the best of my ability to teach you via interwebs. So to give you guys kind of a lowdown on what's going on with the show, we are still in kind of planning mode where we are trying to customize the show a little bit more around what you guys want. God, don't say I need to put a little post-it note on my computer that says with an X through it. So it may be other words for but then I'll probably stare at the list and then I'll look really weird and Craig will be upset with me. But it could be a good idea. Pardon me. Anyway, so I'm gonna just beat myself up for this. If you guys oh my god, Craig, this isn't gonna work. I quit. I can't stop saying if you guys,
the Silicon Valley people use so all the time. And that gets irritating too. They use the word so all the time, and they're doing that. I don't want to
say so a lot. I feel like that would just be weird.
I agree, but that's what they do instead of just so you know.
Isn't that bad though, is it?
Probably if you use it occasionally, but yeah, you're doing better. It just takes time. You just need to do more.
It sticks out like a sore thumb to me now that I think about it. If I say cool beans, that's all I hear is cool beans in my head. That could be a really cool song. Anyway, so moving forward, we want to really, really start customizing the show around what you guys want. You guys have expressed that you want a lot more special guests on the show, which I have been working on. Y'all have talked about having more music, which you guys have kind of been working on, sending some really good stuff our way. And we also want to get you all more involved, and that can be you all being a part of the team, like maybe someone who wants to work on the Instagram or the Twitter or design stuff for Hooping Live. We're always having a bunch of really cool spots open, and we're always looking to create new spots as well for Hooping Live. So if you're interested in being a part of the team, you can email us at info@hoopinglive.com. Now, if you go to hoopinglive.com, the actual website, there's kind of like a little, like, I don't want to say, it's kind of like, why can't I think of it? The word for it, application. It's like an application that you can check out if you want to scroll through it. It's not something you have to fill out or do, so do not like freak yourself out and think that you have to do it, but it's just something to kind of look at to get an idea of what we're looking for. I think, and I can't remember, I might have put like a 2-year minimum hooping thing, but I don't care if you're, I mean, if you have hooping experience, it'd be great, but if you're a month into hooping and you are an awesome graphic designer and want to help with the graphic design part of Hooping Live, don't feel like just because you're a new hooper doesn't mean we can't, or you can't be a part of the team, because we want to really open it up to anyone and everyone that wants to just be a part of a really cool community. So anyway, my MacBook likes to talk to me a lot. Anyway, so info@hoopinglive.com, send an email our way, put maybe like Hooping Live team in the subject box, and we will get back to as many of you as possible, because I know that we have had a lot of emails coming in about team members. And also the other thing was kind of giveaways, and there are little bugs everywhere. Like, now that it's getting warmer outside in Florida, the bugs are getting extra buggy, which I hate. I am not a bug fan at all. I literally saw a spider in my bed like a month ago and couldn't sleep because I was convinced every time I had like a little tickle like on my leg or like near my ear, which was horrifying, that it was a spider like coming to like build its castle world inside of my ear. That probably was not appropriate to say. And now everyone's gonna have nightmares, or I just gave myself nightmares. Anyway, moving forward. Well, I want to send some people to Hoop Path this year. I know that I have kind of explained that a little bit, so I need to get on April, May, June. Yeah, I should probably get on that. If any of you guys are going to Hoop Path this year, I am going, so I would love to know which people of you are going. So if you want to send me an email on the info@hoopinglive.com, just maybe say Hoop Path in it, just to let me know who's going, because I want to do something special for Hoop Path and Hooping Live this year, since it is the last real Hoop Path retreat. I did say last week that if you can go this year, I'm going to highly recommend it, because it is the last one that, and they're still going to do something, it's just going to be different, but I really, really suggest going. It's an incredible experience and definitely changed my life and my hooping life for the better. So hopefully you guys can make it this year and we can all be friends together. But anyway, so we want to do some stuff like that, like giveaways, send people to really awesome hooping events, and all of that good stuff. So I think that's everything, Craig. Did I mention everything that we want to kind of...
What is the date of Hoop Path? Do you know?
You know what? I don't know, but I should know. I know it's in June, which it's kind of coming up, and I probably should have not procrastinated on that. Let's see. Hoop Path 2915. No, that is not the year. There we go. Website. Let's see here. Now, if you guys don't know, Hoop Path does travel, like the little mini workshops. He does travel a lot, so be sure to check that out if you haven't before. But here we go. Retreat 2015. The National Hoop Path Retreat. Click the banner to be taken. HP8. Wait, no, that's not right. You know, I am not seeing anything on it. I feel like probably other people out there know. Let me look at Baxter's Facebook page really quick. See if maybe we have something here. Is he online right now? No, he's teaching a class. God, this is, oh, nope. Oh, nope. You know what, guys? I cannot find it. I know it is in June, though. Oh, this is going to drive me crazy. If anyone knows out there that's watching, post it down below, because I really want to know now. Let's see. You know what? Why am I not just texting him? Let me shoot Mr. Baxter a text real quick. What date is HP this year? Cool. All right. Well, that took an unnecessary amount of time for me to figure out. Let's get to the comments, guys. If you're just now popping in, leave a comment down below if you have any questions about something you've been working on, or if you just want me to say something out loud that you've been thinking about. This is live, so if you want to post it down below, we can start a cool conversation. You guys have been really great in the comments lately. In the past, like, couple shows, like, you guys have been asking, like, great questions. So keep them coming, because I think that'll be really good, especially for people that can't watch the show live. Then if you didn't know, now you know that you can watch the shows after they've been after they've aired. So you can go and watch every hoopingLIVE episode that's ever been, which is cool, because if we teach something, or if we have a special guest that teaches something, you can go back and rewatch it, kind of like a tutorial, and learn something awesome. So anyway, all right, my Mac literally asks me so many questions, and it's always during the show. It's like, do you want to download X, Y, and Z? Like, and it asks me like 500 times. Like, I can't make decisions right now. Okay, so anyway, Natalie L says, hi there, I currently have been hooping with an exercise hoop, and I am looking to upgrade. I was wondering if there is a difference in weight with the HDPE and Polypro. Also, what one would be better to have around the house with two small children? As in, if they accidentally get too close, what would hurt the least, since they like to cheer me on and jump through it as well? I am also having trouble with shoulder hooping. Will a lighter hoop help with that? That's a great question. First of all, if it's a workout hoop, I don't know which one you're using, but if it's the one with the ridges and the inside, I'm not going to suggest using those. I've actually heard kind of negative things about those hoops. So, I mean, if you want to use them for just around the waist stuff, that's fine. But if it's just a heavier hoop, it's good for core stuff. Now, if you're trying to move forward and kind of more into like shoulder hooping, as you've said, I would suggest just getting a weighted hoop, and Polypro is going to be your best bet in terms of tubing, because it's lighter and softer, actually. I will show you guys. Let's see. This is naked. So this is Polypro right here that I have. And if you actually feel the Polypro, it actually feels softer. The HDPE is harder, and I think it's better in hot weather. So I would suggest doing a Polypro and getting it wrapped so it's a little heavier. But if you're trying to learn shoulder hooping, it really depends on what kind of, like, how far you are into your hooping. Like, I like to use a heavier hoop, because with a lighter hoop, it's going to be tougher to keep it going around. I'll kind of show you. So let's see. Hold on 1 second. Craig, I'm going to go grab my lighter hoop real quick. I guess not. All right, I guess not. That hoop is in the car. So anyway, I would suggest Polypro, and oh no, my iMessage isn't working. 1 second. Okay, so the HDPE is going to be, like I said, harder. I like to do that with more like brakes and paddles because of its sturdiness. It kind of whips around more. And now the Polypro is going to be softer, lighter, but if you add weighted like grip tape to it, or gaffer's tape, like this stuff, it'll weight the hoop down a little bit and make it heavier and easier for shoulder hooping. Now, okay, let's see, hurt the least. Yeah, so hopefully you won't hit your children. That would not be fun. And the other thing is that sometimes if you like, because I have always suggested having like PSI tubing when you're first starting out, because it really is a good weighted hoop that's not it's not an overweight hoop. So if there's someone in your local area that you can play with different kinds of, what is going on here? That you can play with different kinds of hoops, I would suggest doing that. Or you can email hoops@hoopinglive.com, which is Bonnie Brown, and she is the hoop expert of crafting hoops and selling hoops. So if you want to ask her some questions about the tubing, she is the one to ask. So hopefully that answers your question. Let's see here. We have Amanda, Amand. Sure. Oh my gosh, that's a hard one. Sure. Craig, can you help me with this one?
Shernans? Amand Shernans? If that's 2 words, I'm not sure.
Amand Shernans. Anyway, cool name. I dig it. Says, any tips on performing? I have a cool paid opportunity to hoop at Beer Festival for 2 days, but I'm extremely nervous. I have never performed before, and it's a month away. Any advice would be helpful. Thank you. That's a great question. Okay, so in terms of performing, I always like to think of having different personalities for performance. Like if I'm going to do a kids party, or if I'm going to do kind of like a bachelorette party kind of thing, or whatever, or a festival, like having different kinds of personalities for the performance. So what I typically like to do is make sure that I'm interacting with the crowd. So smiling a lot. If you kind of make eye contact with people in the crowd, they feel like you're involving them in the dance or in your performance. So if you want to try doing something like that, I've always enjoyed doing that stuff. Interactive moves. Here, I'll show you guys a couple little tidbits I like to do. Oh, there's just hoops everywhere. With isolations, it can be a lot of fun because you can say there's someone standing watching you right there. You can kind of like swing the hoop around them. If I do an isolation, I like to kind of make like a surprised face, like, because isolations always trip people out. So if you kind of help, I don't know, make the move more excitement in the move, then I don't know. Sometimes that'll work. The other thing is, if you get like nervous or something, just really think about being sheltered in your hoop. I like to, I don't want to say like go into like Wonderland or something, but if you overthink it, or for myself personally, if I overthink while I'm performing, I will just like bomb the entire thing. So I just like to stick with things I'm comfortable with. I don't do any moves that I've been practicing recently that I haven't really nailed down yet. So, oh my God. So yeah, just stick with that and you should be good. Let's see. Alley Cat says, oh, hello. Alley Cat Hoop says, for hoopers that are going to start performing, how do you price performance and start booking? That is a good question too. You guys are awesome with the performance stuff. or the performance questions. See, this is a hard one because it just depends on the situation. I will kind of customize towards whatever I'm doing. Like if it's like a kids party and they just want me to come bring some hula hoops and play around and like show some little fun tricks, I'll charge maybe like $100 an hour. Sometimes I'll do $50 a dance. Like if they want me to do 3 songs, I'll do like $150, like $50 per song. You can go by the hour. You can go by, I mean, if you want, you could do all like the math, like the gas to get there, add the price of your hoop, add, you know, I had one friend that would add all the money up that she spent on her outfit, her hoop, gas, and like all of that stuff, and then divide it by something and then make that the price. So that can work as well. Don't set yourself like a low bar, you know, realize that if you are being asked to perform, there's a reason for it and they want you to perform. So don't feel bad asking for more money. But don't be greedy, but you know, maybe look up what other people in your area charge. This is kind of a photographer's thing that we've done before, or that I've been told to do, is look up other people's prices in the area and kind of compare in there. I don't know. So hopefully that'll work. If you guys have like want me to continue talking about one of your questions, feel free to still comment down below. Like just because you put 1 comment doesn't mean you get like a 1 comment limit. So feel free to continue asking questions about your comment if I didn't answer them the way you wanted them to be answered. So we have a comment from Aiden Amavi. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Thank you. June 25th to June 28th is Hoop Path. Here we go. Swan Song. We have, okay, Anna or Hoopalicious, Baxter, Tiana, and Khan. Prices does not include room and board. Ticket prices are at $200 right now. And the sale is, or the ticket sales from April 20th to June 25th. Okay, so the link that I was just given by Aiden, thank you very much, I will post on the Hooping Live Facebook page so you guys can check out some stuff for Hoop Path. But like I said, it is going to be the last one, so if you can, really try to go. I will try to get as many people there as possible, but I can't make any promises. If I could send all of you, I would. So just check it out, and then hopefully I'll be able to see you guys there. Okay, so we have a comment from Jigglypuff, which is a sweet name, by the way. I'm a huge Pokemon fanatic. Let me just tell you. Says, I love you, Audrey, but I feel like this should be a private show. I feel like I am wasting my time here right now. Maybe answer questions from previous shows or have someone to go off all your hoop stuff in one place. Maybe answer. Okay, I can dig that. I'm sorry that you feel like I'm wasting your time. If you have any questions about something you want to learn, feel free to comment down below. I'm kind of trying to bounce off what you guys are asking right now.
You know, Audrey, I think one thing that we probably should be a little more clear about is, and you did mention it earlier, we're still working through putting the new team together and the format of the show and all these things. So it's great that we're getting these suggestions. And, and this is a work in progress. So I just hope everybody keeps that in mind.
Oh yeah, we're always we always want feedback like that, like whatever you guys are feeling, or if you guys have ideas for the shows. Like I said, this is a time to really let us know, because if you guys have watched the show before, you probably have noticed that, you know, Will and Jenna aren't here right now. We're trying to figure out, you know, what we're doing. So we are kind of remolding the show. So I apologize if you guys aren't happy with how the shows have been going. I'm doing my best to make them as fun as possible right now. I know that they've, you know, kind of just been me for a little bit, so hopefully that's not too disappointing, but we'll try to, it's really hard to get some of the bigger name hoopers on the show because they do travel a lot, and to be on the show you do kind of need like decent Wi-Fi, you need a webcam, so you know, getting some of those people can be tough, but we do have some really cool stuff planned, so hopefully you guys will be stoked to see some of that good stuff. So anyway, moving forward, Jean Barnett, oh, hi, Jean, says, I love her. Oh, I just said, that's cute. Hi, Jean, get it? Like, hi, Jean. Never any good jokes from me, I'll tell you that much. Says, are you going to go to Hoop Convergence? And I haven't really thought of that. I think I am, though. I would really like to go to a lot of the hooping stuff this year and make an appearance. A lot of you have been wanting me to do workshops, and I really want to do the workshops for you guys. I think that'd be really cool. So if you guys want to maybe send me some feedback on what you would like to learn from me, because you can get workshops about anything nowadays, like breaks and paddles, or you know, waist hooping, anything. So if you guys kind of help me understand what it is about my hooping style that you want to learn, it would be super helpful. So yeah, I mean, comment on this video. You can email the Hooping Live at info@hoopinglive.com, and I mean, that would be great, because I would love to travel and meet a bunch of you guys and do a cool little workshop. Okay, so Tammy Pham says, when was your first time hooping and what inspired you to hoop? My first time hooping was in June, summer 2008, 2009, June 2009, and it was at my friend Bailey's house, and I had loved hula hooping around my waist ever since I was a little girl. So when I saw her doing like a vortex and a lift, I remember just being like, oh my God, like I have to learn how to do that. That is so cool. I've always loved hula hooping. So I picked it up pretty quickly, and it was just kind of love at first sight. So, and then what was the other question? What inspired you to hoop? So like I said, I really loved hooping. So I saw these people dancing. Like it's just like what everyone else sees. When you see someone hoop dance, you're just like, oh my God, like that is stunning. So that's kind of what I saw. And I've always considered myself a very awkward person, and very awkward when it comes to dancing. Oh my goodness gracious. I actually found some old videos of me when I was like 11 dancing to like Eiffel 65. And it is so awkward, but you guys are going to love it. So I'm going to make a little like video of some stuff like that to show you guys that I'm not lying when I said I was awkward at one point, or more awkward than I am now. But honestly, just the feeling that I got when I first started hoop dancing is what kept me inspired, because I never felt so connected to something before. And it wasn't just the hoop itself, but it was the community that came with it. So I felt very accepted and loved, and I felt like I could do something really well for the first time and feel confident doing it. So that's what's been my inspiration since I started learning how to hoop. So we have another comment from Jigglypuff. Says, any tips on a good hoop for wedgies? There we go. I feel like my 33-inch Polypro might be too big for me to do a wedgie with. Okay, so with wedgies, obviously it depends on your height, but I have had the best results with smaller hoops. I use a 28-inch HDPE, the one that I left in my car, of course. Actually, you know what? I might have a small one in my closet. Okay, so these are 28-inch baby hoops. These are ones that I used a while ago when I was really whippy. I was a little whippersnapper with my hooping. Now, what's great about these with wedgies, I feel, is that it gives you kind of more of that quick control. So if the hoop's going to come up, instead of getting caught, it will just kind of, you can whip it back and forth a little bit easier, give yourself kind of more of an oomph. And because if you have a bigger hoop, sometimes it can get caught on the floor, and then maybe you won't get as much of like a whip over the body, so you can't do like kind of the continuous wedgies and whatnot. And whoever decided to call that move a wedgie, I have a love affair with you, because I love it and I hate it, but it's all good. It's cute though. Those wedgies, if you guys haven't seen some of those stuff people have been doing with them, I mean, there are people that are insane with that stuff. I think it is so cool. So I don't know how tall you are, Jigglypuff. I'm assuming, since you're not the actual Jigglypuff, probably an average size person, but I would do something that is probably a little bit small, maybe like a 30-inch. Like I said, mine's 28 inches. If there's a way for you to try different sizes, of course, that's always ideal. So we have, my name is Amanda Hernandez. Haha, okay. So the name that we couldn't figure out earlier, we have figured out. It's Amanda Hernandez. Good to know. Alley Cat Hoops says, I can't. One second. Come in. Come on. There we go. All right. Chakra was knocking at the door. Okay, so Alley Cat Hoops says, I can't figure out how to do reels with twins. Also, what are some cool twin moves? A reel. I don't know what a reel is. Let me look this up real quick. All right. YouTube, where you can learn anything and everything. Let's see. Hoop dance reel. Let's see. Huh. I don't know if maybe that was a typo, or how to do reels with twins. I don't really know what that is. I can't find it. So if you can send me a link and post it in the comments down below so I can check it out real quick, that would be great. I'm not really good at what everything's called right now. A lot of people are renaming old moves, newer things, so it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But I'll show you guys some cool twin stuff. Let me grab a twin real quick. Let's see. All right, we'll just use these two. So I've always loved twins. I don't do a lot of stuff with them, but what I do know, I've always had a lot of fun doing. Chakra. So one tip for twins is making sure that, or this is what I've been told, is having one hoop that is maybe, so for instance, these are 28-inch. Now these are two different ones. These are not proper twins, so please forgive me, but having one twin a little bit bigger than the other, I've been told to do this for, I don't want him to like get lost in Narnia, because it can kind of help with split timing with the hoops. Stuff that I really like to do with twins real quick are kind of sustained spinning and whatnot. Like, so if you're spinning with the hoop, you're keeping them together. And then as you spin, you slowly start to bring them apart. And then this puts you in an opportunity where you can start hooping around your shoulders, coming around. You can come off the body with them, and it's just kind of cool because you can start really creating, like, where you see, I'm sorry, he is just like being weird. So you see a lot of people doing like the really cool stuff like this, where it's kind of whippy. So you can take that and kind of whip it, or do whatever kind of those cool Tiana moves, and then go into something super flowy and graceful, which is kind of cool because it shows kind of this diversity in the dance. Let's see, something else I really like to do is kind of, you know what, you're going to stay in here, is coming out with like kind of more illusions, kind of like Matthias Elliott style, and thinking about 2 different moves that you can put together in one and still make them look kind of cool. Now with your twins, you want to think about what you're going to do with them. So like if you want to do more isolations and stuff and kind of quick whippy moves, you might want to consider getting smaller twins. If you want to do more on the body stuff with your twins, get maybe hoops that are a little bit bigger. So, you know, I have a few different sets of twins. I prefer the ones that are a little bit bigger so I can do more on the body stuff and work through some flowy moves. Okay, so anyway, moving forward. You guys are great with these comments tonight. Twins so bad. Jean Barnett also says, I miss you. Oh, I miss you too. I can't wait to see you soon. Tammy Fom says, oh, and I love you too. Thank you. I'm feeling the love tonight, you guys. We have another comment from the Jigglypuff. Says, thank you for being responsive. I am short, 4'11". Oh, you are a little small one. My Phoenix hoop is 33 inches. I cannot do a wedgie for the life of me. I'm going to keep trying, but I might need to resize it. Thank you for answering. Any tips on one-handed breaks and paddles? Okay, well, then yeah, if you're 4'11", 32, what are you doing? Okay. So if you're 4'11", I'm 5'2". Yeah, you might want to try to get a smaller hoop. I think that's really going to be the answer to your wedgie issue. But they are kind of tough, so be patient with that move. I've seen a lot of people struggle with the wedgies, but it's kind of like isolations and kind of those really fun moves that take a lot of time to learn, but once you get it, you got it. So one-handed breaks and paddles. You've come to the right person. Let's see here. What are you doing, you goof? One out. Such a baby. Okay. So breaks and paddles. If you guys don't know what they are, this is what they are. This is called a break, and this is called a paddle. What's great about paddling is that you can push the hoop across your body without giving it a lot of effort. What's great about breaks is you can switch the direction of the hoop and a lot of other really great things. So one-handed breaks and paddles. That's what she said, right? I want to make sure I get this right. One-handed break. Yes. Okay. So this is kind of what I'm assuming she's talking about. This, like kind of breaking and paddling. So if you're doing a one-handed break, what you want to think about is kind of, I kind of like to think about pushing the hoop across my body. So as it's coming around to my left side with my right hand, I'm going to just stop it and push it across. And now once I push it to the opposite side, I'm going to immediately come back over. So it's like kind of boom, 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 boom. And if you want to, you can kind of hold on to it and just kind of feel the hoop across your chest. Now with the paddle, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's just you break the hoop, paddle, break. Now when I'm doing this, I'm realizing that there's an extra kind of rotation in the movement. So break around, paddle, break around, paddle, break around, paddle. And what else was I going to show you guys real quick? There was one thing that I was taught that was kind of cool. and this, I was taught this by Anne Humphreys, is when you come out, you paddle, and you kind of, it's almost like you graze the hoop as it's coming around. Hold on, let me try. I've never really taught this before. Let's see. So the break is going to kind of, oh my gosh, guys, this is tough for me to teach right now. Let me think really quick. Let me do this for a second. Okay, so that one's kind of tough, guys. I actually kind of feel bad that I can't really explain this very well. But what Anne did was she kind of hit the hoop before she came into the paddle. So it was kind of like paddle, break, paddle, break, paddle, break. And when she was hitting it, it was kind of like a small, gosh, I'm gonna have to ask her how to do that because it was really cool. So hopefully that answered your questions. I feel like I just totally confused myself on that one, but let me see if I want to make sure I get this right. Yeah, okay, so there it was. So when you're coming around to the opposite side, that doesn't really make sense to the like, because if you paddle this way and break, it's the opposite side that's going to be awkward because that's the one that the other hand would typically be using. So you're coming around, when you break and you're going to the awkward side, you're going to kind of push the hoop and then push the hoop. So you're gonna, it's like you're tapping the hoop and then coming around and breaking it. So it's like an outer surface paddle. So you push it, break it, push, break. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I hope that made sense. I don't think it made any sense, but hopefully it did. That one's kind of tough, but hopefully if that didn't make sense to you guys, let me know if you really want to learn how to do those, because I can call Anne and ask her to kind of give me some tips on that, because she's crazy with her like one-handed stuff. She just puts like one hand behind her back and it's just like doing all this gorgeous work. So anyway, moving forward, what time is it? Okay, we're good. Morgan Loomis says, what is the move? It's like a sideward isolation and you move it in and outward. A side. What is the move?
Pop?
Huh?
Isn't that an isopop?
I think so. A sideward isolation and you move it in and out. I'm assuming that is an isopop. And if it is, I will give you a quick tip on that. Hopefully we're not mistaken on this. So if you guys don't know what an isopop is, I'm going to use a different hoop so you guys can see better. Let's see. It is simply you're isolating the hoop and popping it out. Now, the other thing that I was thinking she might have been talking about was there's like a move that's like this. I know it's kind of sloppy right now, but that's kind of like an isopop as well. But for the isopops, pretty much what you're doing is if you're going to pop across your body, so I'm going to do it with my left hand. When I'm coming around to about, if you think of the hoop as a clock and you go to about 5 o'clock, you're going to push the hoop outward and continue that isolation. Kind of that awkward motion that happens when you do an isolation right here is going to actually happen while the hoop is out. Now, what I really like to do with isopops is really extend and kind of over dramatize, I don't know what that word is, but make it kind of dramatic. So it really makes it look like the hoop is really popping out. You don't have to. You can just kind of whip it out. But if you really want to extend your arm, you can. Now, when the hoop's coming back in, you want to think about it staying on a singular plane. So if you want to, oh gosh, if you want to whip it straight down, you can. You can iso pop up. You can do all sorts of cool things. But think about it staying in that nice linear plane. And as you push out, it's going to roll over to your hand, and that's when you're going to pull it back in. So about 5 o'clock, push out, roll back in. So hopefully that was the move you're talking about. Now, if it was the other one that I was just showing, I don't know what that's called, but what I was doing was kind of the same motion as an iso pop, where you're kind of pushing out there, but instead of letting it go, you isolate it and bring it back in. So as you're isolating the hoop, it kind of just, it's like kind of a continuous isolation. Yeah, I haven't done that one forever either. You guys always remind me of all these cool old moves. Okay, so let's see here. Jean Barnett said, "You are so good." Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't feel very good today, though, because I am like not doing a good job trying to teach you guys stuff. It's been an interesting day with these hoops. And I know I have like this huge array of all these different hula hoops out, and I just don't know what's going on. So Jigglypuff just said, "You are a badass. I will watch this over and over and practice. Thank you so much." Thank you, Jigglypuff. I'm a big fan. I hope that you have good luck with your wedgies. And this doesn't just go out for you, but for everybody. If you guys learn something from the show or from one of our videos, and you want to make a video and show us what you got, we would love to see it, because that's one of the reasons why we do the show, is to teach you guys stuff. So we'd always love to see what you guys end up learning and doing. At least I know I would, and it makes Craig's day too when we see that you guys have taken something from Hooping Live and made it a part of your world. So let's see here. We have, Bryant Dang, my fave. Just kidding, I don't have favorites, but I do love Bryant. Says, I missed it. Anyway, I need your 3DS friend code. Oh, yes, okay. I will get the my 3DS and Xbox and PlayStation, my little gamer codes for that stuff. So if you guys are gaming hoopers, we can all game and hoop at the same time or something weird like that.
Audrey, can we get the screenshot you got in clear all of a sudden?
Oh, sure.
And it wasn't clear earlier, so.
Okay. Oh. Let me fluff my hair real quick. You ready?
1, 2, 3. Got it.
Okay. So yes, I will post that. Let me, you know what, guys? Just because I forget things all the time, I'm going to write down right now what you guys need me to do. And I'm serious. You guys need to send me ideas and stuff, because I really do want to 3DS code. Get the stuff out to you guys so we can all be happy together. Okay, Audrey apparently can't write and talk at the same time. Okay, so we'll take a few more comments and questions, and then we'll wrap up the show. So if you guys want to ask or say anything else, now's the time to post those comments down below. Okay, so Alley Cat Hoops says, question about where to get your videos out there and noticed. Obviously, skills are important, but the thing that help make your videos stand out. That's actually a really good question. See, for me, I didn't really do anything to make my videos start getting like views. It just kind of happened over time. I had my YouTube channel for a very long time, and then all of a sudden the views just started happening. So one second. Oh, my nips are so dry right now, guys. So, I mean, because I know a lot of people right now are trying to really get involved with YouTube, which I think is great because it's an awesome way of really getting out there and learning about other people in the community. But I think really having a set goal for what your channel is going to be could be a good idea. Craig, do you want to maybe give some feedback on this? You're the YouTube expert, so maybe you could
Well, that's a pretty huge question. That was just a lot of people would like to know the answer to that. I think that you just concentrate on making some decent quality videos about things that you're passionate about and keep at it. And over time, you'll develop a following and it'll start working. It's very difficult to do this overnight. I mean, it takes time and you have to work at it. And if you do get a break and all of a sudden one of your videos starts taking off, take advantage of it and interact with the people and parlay that into something even more significant. I think that's the best advice I can give.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Well, hopefully that works out for you guys. And share your YouTube channels. I always want to see what you guys are doing. I also really like seeing you guys on Instagram too. So don't hesitate on tagging my username, which is Audrey with 3 E's. So ODDTREEE is my Instagram. But we are going to take that as our last comment for the night. Thank you guys so much for being awesome with all of your questions and comments. Sorry if I'm a little winded. It's kind of hard doing the show without Jenna and Will because I have to do all the talking and don't really get a break. So if I've seemed a little winded, that's probably why. But you guys asked awesome questions tonight, like you always do. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns that you want to personally address, you can email us at info@hoopinglive.com. If you want to be part of the team or anything like that, that's where you want to send your email to. Again, that's info@hoopinglive.com. You can find all of our links like social media and whatnot at hoopinglive.com and all the latest and greatest that is going on in the Hooping Live globosphere. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, we have that link on the Hooping Live website as well. Everything's there. So just go to hoopinglive.com and all of your wildest dreams will come true. So be sure to tune in.
Can you take a few more last minute questions there? Just a real quick.
Oh, yes. But yeah, anyway, the show's every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll take a few more of these comments and then we will I will say goodbye. Okay, so Jean Barnett says, I learned breaks and paddles from you. Awesome. I'm glad. A lot of people have actually said that, and that makes me happy because breaks and paddles are where it's at. Rocky and Rich says, hey, Audrey, big thank you to Craig on taking the time to do this hangout. It's been very helpful. What are some YouTube hoopers that inspired you to watch? Much love, Rocky. I really love Baxter. Tiana's always been a huge inspiration. Nick Gazzardo is wonderful. Bonnie Brown, obviously. She's incredible. Matthias Elliott. Brecken is great. Sapphire. Shakti. Gosh, who else do I love? Beth Lavender is incredible. Khan is incredible. Christine Britton, I really love her too. Oh my gosh, the list just goes on and on. But those are a few of my favorite hoopers. And I know you can find a lot of their stuff on YouTube. So be sure to check them out because they are brilliant. Okay, so moving forward here. Oh my gosh, my throat is getting so dry from talking so much. Jean Barnett also says, it grew because you were good at teaching. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad that you guys think my teaching is okay, because sometimes I feel like I'm talking in circles, which I'm sure I am sometimes. Jean also says, I love your hair like that. Thank you. It was kind of a bold move for me to cut it short, and I like it too. It feels sassy, Like, I feel like I can be extra sassy now. Chelsea Sue says, where do you buy your hoops? Any tips for beginners wanting to really get good at hoop dancing? Thanks. Great question. I buy my hoops at from Bonnie Brown of Outward Spiral. If you go to hoopingLIVE.com, you can find the links to her site, and you can order hoops from the Hooping Live website and get a discount code. Now, if you guys have any questions about hoop tape, hoop sizes, or anything like that, but just about the actual craft of the hoop, you can email hoops@hoopinglive.com, and you can have those questions answered. Now, beginner, I would say, to get really good, honestly, practice. Just fall in love with the hoop. If you haven't already, which I just feel like I fall more and more in love with it each day, fall in love with your hoop. Be involved with your community, your local community of hoopers, and you should be able to start this amazing hoop path journey. So, and watch Hooping Live, of course. You can't forget that. Chelsea Sue also says, how do you get good at vortex and chest hooping? We have a lot of tutorials out there on chest hooping. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can find a bunch of awesome videos on there that we've talked about the vortex and chest hooping. So hopefully we'll get the little index made for the Hooping Live show soon, so you guys can look up all of that stuff. Okay, so that needs to be the last comment. My mouth is so dry from talking now, so I need to take a break from this. But you guys, I love you so much, and I will see you next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on Hooping Live.